religiosity without philosophy is sentiment or fanaticism. So it's one thing for me to sit here and tell my stories about Srila Prabhupada, but it's also good to understand them not from the point of view of sentimentality or fanaticism, but through our philosophy. And our philosophy, we are in the Brahma Madhya Gaudiya Sampradaya, and on this day, on the appearance and disappearance days of the spiritual masters in our Guru Varga, in our disciplic succession, we not only worship our Guru, but actually the whole parampara. And why? So we can learn everything that we need to know. We can learn through the scriptures that have been presented to us, through the Shastra that's been presented to us from our Guru Parampara, and also from their own personal writings, whether that be in the form of prayers or bhajans, songs like that. So I was thinking about this a little bit because I was going to tell you about when I took initiation, because it was quite early after I became a devotee. So I joined in 25th of November 1972, and I took initiation in February 73. So in this day and age, that would not happen to any of you. But back then, even we had one god sister who was like 2 weeks old. 2 weeks she had been a devotee, and she took initiation. So our Guru Varga is, we've just had Govardhan Puja. And as you probably heard, whoever gave the lecture on Govardhan Puja, he may have mentioned how Giriraj Govardhan is known as Haridas Vaya. Now, these were words that were spoken by Srimati Radhika in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And he's known as Haridas Vaya. Yudhisthira, King Yudhisthira, Uddhava, Krishna's friend Uddhava, they're known as Haridas. But only Giriraj Govardhan is known as Haridas Varya, the best of the Haridasas. And this is something that's really unique to our Brahma Gaudiya Madhya Sampradaya, and unique to our gurus, that they are the best Haridasas. They're the best servants. And it's an interesting concept, because if you look at any sort of so-called modern guru, they're not known for their service. They're known for their flamboyancy, or I'm talking about bogus gurus. But our gurus, they're renowned as being the greatest servants of Krishna. So when I was going to take initiation, that was happening in Sydney in February in 1973, and I was called into a room by the GBC, Madhavisa Swami, and he wanted to ask me a few questions. And one of the things he said was, do you know the Guru Vastakam prayers, Samsara Dava Nalalita? I said, well, yes, but the couple of the middle verses I'm not quite sure of. He said, well, you make sure you learn them before you get initiated. You have to know them. And that was, apart from obviously following 4 regulated principles and chanting 16 rounds a day, that was the only requirement. So these prayers, to me, have become quite significant. And in the first prayer, we can learn everything about Guru. We can learn everything about Srila Prabhupada just from the Samsara prayers. Then we can sing, Shri Guru Charanapada. Then we can sing Ohe Vaishnava Thakur. Then we can sing so many other songs. But just these 8 verses in the Samsara prayers can tell us so much about Srila Prabhupada. And that's who we're singing to in the morning. Well, that's who I'm singing to, I should say. Sorry, you'll be singing to your Guru. So I was thinking, because there's so much to say about Srila Prabhupada, there's so much philosophy we can say, there's so many pastimes we can talk about. So I'm just going to talk very quickly about 2 words, Praptasya Kalyana. So it's Samsara Dava Nalalida Loka, Trunaya Karyana Gunaganatvam, Praptasya Kalyana Gunanavasya. Praptasya, and these are Prabhupada's words. There's a lecture he gives on the Nectar of Devotion from 1972. 72. In Mumbai, in Bombay, pretty sure it's there. He gave a series of lectures in Vrindavan, in Mumbai, then Kolkata. And Srila Prabhupada talks about these 2 words, Praptasya Kalyana, and how Praptasya means to obtain. And if we look at the translation in the songbook for this verse, it starts off, the spiritual master is receiving benediction from the ocean of mercy. So this is actually this line, this last line. And it's at first, in the beginning. And the Praptasya means to obtain or to get the authority of something. And what is the Guru obtaining? This is Prabhupada speaking, and he's saying, what is the Guru obtaining? He's obtaining the Guru, the mercy of his spiritual master. So, unless you have the mercy of your spiritual master, you can't give it. And then the next word, Praptasya Kalyana. Kalyana means auspicity, or auspicious, or what's that word? Capricious. Something that, thank you, something that, however, whatever's going to happen, it's going to be auspicious. That we will have an auspicious ending. And Prabhupada explains that and it's coming from Praptasya Kalyana Gunanavasya, the ocean of guna, or the ocean of qualities. And whose qualities? They're not material qualities. They're Krishna's qualities, because that's where our Guru Parampara starts from. Starts from Krishna, goes to Brahma, goes to Narayana, goes to the earth, down to Madhvacharya, Ishvara Purva, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like that. So the spiritual master is receiving, he's obtaining, he's getting that authority from the Guru Varga, from our Guru disciplic succession, which is coming ultimately from Sri Krishna. And that's not something like the rest of the sloka talks about the forest fire. Prabhupada says you can't put out a forest fire with just a bucket of water. You can't put it out with firemen. Firemen can't put out a forest fire. Only the clouds can put out a forest fire. So this sort of it's sort of a really important point about taking initiation. And I guess that's the point I'm trying to make. That that mercy has to be there. That has to be something that's received. And Srila Prabhupada says that you can't become a spiritual master unless you're receiving this mercy, or this, you're obtaining this auspiciousness from your spiritual master. So Now, of course, when I took initiation, I didn't know any of this. And even today, I only have some yarn, I don't have any big yarn. But this is, I'm sort of leading up to really the only words that Srila Prabhupada ever said to me. But I just wanted to impress upon you all the importance of taking initiation. It affects everything. You can't. I have a very nice quote from Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj here about the holy name and the potency of the holy name, and how you can only receive the potency. What's the point of initiation? The point is that, you can find the holy name in the scriptures, in the Shastra, it's there. Well, and so many people chant the holy name, but to actually hear it from the lips of a pure Vaishnava, pure devotee, then that's when you actually really hear the holy name. I thought I would just read this. It's not very long. It's just short, and it's Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj speaking. How can you understand the holy name without the mercy of Guru? Unless the Guru utters the holy name, how can you wake up from your deep slumber? Hippies, half-naked boys and girls rolling on the ground, mad, intoxicated with marijuana, LSD, very strong drugs. Prabhupada went there, chanted the pure name, and they woke up. When the holy name comes from the lips of such a pure Vaishnava, the effect is there. The name, it is there in Shastras. Can you chant the pure name? No. The pure holy name, Shuddhanam, can only come from the lips of a pure Vaishnava. When that transcendental vibration touches your ear, then you wake up. 3 minutes. So I just sort of, before I talked about my initiation, I wanted to make the point that it's a really important thing, even if you don't know what's going on, which I didn't. I was 17 years old and I didn't have a clue. And but when I went up to Srila Prabhupada, it was held in Glebe in Sydney. Now Glebe now is a very posh suburb. Back then it wasn't posh at all. It was quite an ordinary suburb. But the devotees had a big backyard. They had a house and other buildings and a big backyard. And they had made a big fire pit. When I say big, it was humongous, it was huge. I actually have a photo, if anyone wants to see. And there were, I think, 20 young boys and girls taking initiation and 4 taking second initiation. And Srila Prabhupada was beautiful. Why was he? we had all made frangipani flower garlands for him. It's that time of year, frangipani time of year, and we'd made garlands, and Prabhupada was covered up to his neck in garlands. But when I went to get my beads off Srila Prabhupada and commit myself to chanting 16 rounds a day, at least 16 rounds a day, and following the 4 regulated principles, I bent down to pay my obeisances, and I was a very shy 17-year-old girl, and I wasn't saying them out loud. And Srila Prabhupada leant over to Vyasa-san and he said, "Say it loudly." And so, no, Saraswati. So I said it very loudly. And I've often reflected on that. And Krishna, everything to do with the Supreme Lord, we're personalists, we're not impersonalists. Everything to do with the Supreme Lord is personal. And Prabhupada came nirvasesha sunyavadi to get rid of impersonalism and voidism. Because even though we don't think we're impersonalists or voidists, actually there's so much there of that in our heart. And by saying, just trying to follow this one instruction and saying the pranam mantra to Srila Prabhupada out loudly, I've reflected on it for 52 years. But you're actually introducing ourselves. Wherever we go, we're trying to become part of this Guru Parampara, part of this. We're trying to obtain something. So you can't be a nobody and obtain the mercy of the Lord. It's like if you want to go and see the President or the Prime Minister, you have to have some reference. Nobody can just go and, have a conversation. There has to be reference there. Oh, this is so-and-so from so-and-so, from this group and blah, blah, blah. So in the same way, when we say our pranam mantra, we're introducing ourselves to the deity, to a Vaishnava, to whoever. We're introducing ourselves. And that's probably my 20 minutes. But I'm not really making any point. These were just thoughts I had and things I thought you might appreciate. I went and found some photos from this day back in 1973 and of Srila Prabhupada. And there's 3 different photos, and I thought nobody here would have a photo of Srila Prabhupada from that time. So I printed them out, and you're almost welcome to come and pick a photo and take it.